There is no out of here. You've been killed. Don't you remember?
Season 3.5 of Marvel Rivals introduced Blade, a duelist. This would create the trend of players' concern over what hero slots into what role within the game itself, something the character Deadpool is a weird play on. Early before Daredevil's release, I had thought of a solution to the issue, but was kinda busy with other things at the moment, so I couldn't really have focused on it too much. And considering Deadpool is igniting the discussion again, I wanted to put my own 2 cents on the topic itself. The solution I had in mind was basically multi-roles, or I will now call them hybrid roles, because it sounds a lot better in my opinion. Hybrid roles would allow the characters to stretch across 2 roles at maximum, meaning that no role is forced to starve considering that there's only 2 heroes per season being released. I found this the most valid cause, some characters can already fit into multiple roles at once with their playstyles. Each of these characters I have displayed is a character I believe have properties that if tweaked would perfectly be able to stretch into another role. Additionally, the roster would now be shaped into a sort of compass of what roles characters align with. Some will be pure duelists, strategists, and vanguards, but others could be strategist duelists, vanguard strategists, or duelist vanguards. This would be able to make the roster a lot more healthy and versatile. The problem of players over-selecting in duelists and strategists would be reduced by characters being able to play 2 roles at once, whilst adding more depth to the game in general. This would also kind of make Lord a bit more achievable, since characters have more categories to which they can earn points from. And the process of having to balance out the roles with different characters over the coming seasons can be aided with this idea in mind. Though problems could arise from this, some a lot more prominent than others considering the goal here is equity among roles. Pre-existing characters would have to be altered to some extent to fit their new roles, which could go wrong. Certain team compositions would be a lot more stronger by virtue of just picking characters who are in hybrid roles. Duelists would receive a lot more bloat now, since they will have more additional characters by proxy of needing a new character that's a hybrid role between duelist and another role, and as well as any characters from other roles being converted with duelist elements in mind. Though it could be argued that converting other duelists to hybrid roles now give vanguards and strategists more roles. The exception may have to come with strategists here specifically. I think this is due to the fact that no duelist can adequately be reshaped to have strategist properties without ruining the design philosophy, so to speak, of that said duelist character. Duelists will receive more picks in games now purely due to having more to do in the game by having hybrid characters. I believe this is a double-edged sword because picking a duelist doesn't leave the team dry variety, but it means they will receive more attention. Possibly to the point where there will be teams full of hybrids who are part duelists. Most characters are simply put incompatible with this idea because they're designed to be phoned into their set role, and trying to tweak them to fit 2 roles could ruin it and break their design philosophy. Basically the end of point 2, but now applied to strategists and vanguards. Hybrids are probably nightmares for enjoyment of the game and balancing. With the hybrid idea in mind, some heroes under this new role will become nightmares to deal with. Careful balancing will be needed to make sure hybrids don't just get a buff for being able to act 2 roles at once in a match. And the general problems with hybrids would be unkillable vanguard strategists, unbeatable vanguard duelists, and effectively regenerative duelist strategists. I guess I can say I'm somewhat confident in this idea, as it will be able to solve the imbalance of character distribution across the roles and make Marvel Rivals somewhat more unique. It isn't an airtight idea, since it will still have flaws and will have some negative effects, but it's supposed to help make the game a lot more dynamic and less frustrating by making it more so that players can play however they please and whoever they want without compromising team composition. Goodbye. Happy New Year's.
Sit your mother